this is the second part of our paragraph about our government. It seems very long, but it's actually not very difficult. Here's our P. This slogan, striving for excellence, has led to overly pragmatic measures. Pragmatic means very practical. Very practical measures that have hindered the well-being of our society. It's going to be our P. Here's our elaboration. Now we'll mention that Singapore has very dismal birth rates. Dismal means very depressing. Our birth rates are actually very depressing. We have this total fertility rate of TFR of 1.25 in 2014. It was down actually to 1.12 at some point. 1.12, that's right, at some point. That's due in part to our pursuit of excellence when it comes to work. Like we mentioned early on in our introduction, we have one of the longest working hours in the world. Now, what the government did was to give new parents additional benefits, which is great actually, for parents of newborns, such as baby bonus. Just have to memorize the name. Fathers now have leave to take care of their children. There's also a longer maternity leave for our mums. Now, at the same time, they also had to import huge numbers of immigrants, both foreign workers to do some of the harder blue-collar jobs in Singapore, and PMETs. These are what we call foreign talent. P stands for professionals, M stands for managers, E stands for executives, T stands for technicians. These are all very desirable jobs. Now, the government had to import huge numbers of them. And what happened is it caused citizens to feel displaced and disgruntled. Displaced means they felt that they were pushed out of where they belonged. Disgruntled means that they were very unhappy, very dissatisfied. There were lots of accusations that desirable jobs are taken away. So what happened is that our society became, well, actually the well-being of our society was diminished because there were so many unhappy people. That's actually due in part because the measures that were implemented by the government to ensure our continued prosperity was very pragmatic. The overriding concern, overriding here means the primary and overwhelming concern, is to boost our economy. It's one of the most important things that our government wants to achieve, is to make sure that Singapore continues to be prosperous. One of the ways in which it tried to do this was actually to create two integrated resorts. I'm sure you've been to them before. One of them is the MBS, Marina Bay Sands. The other is Resorts World Sentosa, where our Universal Studios is. Now, building two of them is also a sign of striving for excellence, if you think about it. Since we're going to build a casino, might as well go all out and build two of them. We have taxes. That's how it benefits Singapore. It's a form of tourist attraction. Some tourists from other countries will come in to gamble or just to visit, USS, or to see this architecture of our Marina Bay Sands. It also helps local businesses. It brings in businesses for local enterprises. Bad news, of course, is that according to the Institute of Mental Health, there's 418 new gambling addicts in 2014. That's more than double the 168 in 2009. Another organization that treats gambling problems is Hope Center. They noted they have 530 new addicts in 2014, and that's 5 times more than 2010. And these numbers are just likely to be the tip of the iceberg. Tip of the iceberg refers to just a small representation of a problem. If you think about it, right? Here's the water. Imagine there's an iceberg right here. The tip of the iceberg refers to this, and it's actually a much bigger problem that we don't see. And here's our link. Hence, in order to achieve excellence financially, remember to mention that financially, Singapore's government has utilized very pragmatic approaches that have hindered our society.